All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Here we go. Back man. Waiting. Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Finding Gabriel complete. Give him 32 on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
On 2nd down now, it's Washington. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Go.
Darnold from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the ground, Michel. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Washington. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Check back, check back. 53 the mic. Ready? Bravo.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now it's Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Two jet.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Washington. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
53, Mike. Let's put him on the buses.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready? Check. And 80.
To throw is Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Darnold. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. To Throwing again is Darnold. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Wentz. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time. Gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold going to throw deep. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check 20. Check 53. Hey, here we go. Check nickel. Hey, man, 5-7. Watch twins. Check three.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Forced out to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Here we go, deep.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A good pickup there at 20 yards. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Staying on the ground with Washington. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 44, Darnold. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Washington gets it going right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. He's got daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw again on second down. Darnold got an open man. It's Washington. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Complete to Washington. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Darnold to throw again. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 26. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Running it, Washington. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the stop, Breeland Speaks. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Right back to Washington. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Michel. Down to about the 22 here.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Steps away to his left, and he's going to go down again. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, this is Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this one is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 64 yards. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
53 is mine. Check, 53 is mine. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Out. Red 80. 61. Matchbox lights.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now Washington. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Pats, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.